All right, guys, we're talking about relationships and leaders and guides. You know, there's a difference between companions and partners, right? Companion, somebody you want to go out with, do things with, uh, partners, somebody that you want to build and grow with. We've discussed in here about for us to have a partnership, we need a leader, we need a guide. Usually the men tend to take the leader's role, the women take the guide. You know, the leader has the vision where he wants the relationship to go. He gives it off to his lady, the guide, and then she kind of navigates them there, steers them to that course. So we have two special guests in the box, Scorpio and Mr. 6ft6. And I have a quick question. Mr. 6, if you can tell the men, if you can tell the women what to look for in a good leader. How can we tell if a guy is a good leader? What traits, what characteristics does he have? And Scorpio, we're going to start with you first. What you can relate to the men in how to identify good guides, women that will take their vision and make it flourish, not drain them, not use them, not manipulate them. What should they be looking for? Start with you, Scorpio.
Yeah. Okay, so the way I feel about it is I'm going to stick with the GPS sample example, right? So if you meet a woman and she truly cares about you, to me, that's the basic thing that a lot of people are missing. Because if I don't really care about you, then I don't care to be good at whatever you need me to be good at, right? So if you meet someone that really cares about you and is trying to build something and put in the work, then the first thing they're going to do to show you they're a good guy is they're going to care where you came from. If I don't know what you've experienced, if I don't know where you're coming from, if I don't know what the starting point is, I can't guide you anywhere, right? So if I find out what you are, meaning every experience that you've had that brought you to this space, who hurt you, why it hurt, why are you having financial issues, why are you having a strained relationship with your kids, why are you having this relationship fall out with your mom or your dad, all of those things is going to help me guide you, right? And then along the way, when things pop up, you lost your job, your dog died, your mom got in a situation and now you need to take some of your finances and help her. All of these things that are going to happen, that are going to change the route along the way, I'm a good guide if I'm talking to you about those things, if I'm communicating, if I'm asking these certain questions and then helping you to redirect what path we were originally on, because these things happen, these roadblocks came up, and now we thought we were going on a straight shot, but now we need to make a left right here. Why? Because this just happened. So a good guide, I think, is just going to communicate with you. They're going to actually care about the other factors of what's going on in your life, because it's not just me. Once we become a couple, now we got my family, we got your family, we got your job, we got my job, we got my kids and your kids, and our friends. We got all of these things that are going to, it's never in life about if shit is going to happen. It is when shit happens, how are we going to handle it? That's my simple answer.
So my takeaway from what you just said, hi guys, welcome in. We're talking about leaders and guides in relationships. So my takeaway from you, a man should look for a woman who cares. She's checking on you. Did you eat today? How'd you sleep? Little things, right? That shows she's into you. She's asking about your history, about your kids, about your family. Why are you the way you are? And not just asking for the sake of asking, like really invested. And then also knowing how to course correct when things come up, not get flustered, not get angry, not take it out on you because you got a speeding ticket. And now that money we were supposed to go and pay for something, we now have to pay for a speeding ticket, right? These are different things to look at. All right,
And
cool.
also
Um,
knows how to communicate with you.
and,
Communication is always key. I
and
can't communicate
communication.
with Six the same way that I can communicate with Joe. I can't communicate with Joe the same way that I used to communicate with my dad growing up, right? These are three different men. I got to know how to communicate with my current situation.
Oh, let me hold on. So 6, what is your advice to the ladies that are looking for a good leader? What should they be looking for?
In most cases, you're gonna find this man already on his journey, right? You caught him at a gas station. If we stick with the analogy of the car, right? We're headed somewhere. He stopped by at a gas station to refuel. He stopped at a pit stop, a restaurant, and you catch this man and you realize that he's heading somewhere that you would like to go.
Oh,
I think the biggest thing for a leader is making sure that when he aligns somebody with his journey, right? When he allows somebody to join and become a carpool, that he understands that he's made it clear to this person where he's actually headed, right? They need a clear understanding of the vision, where we are going, so that they can navigate. I can't have them navigate if they don't have a clear idea of where we're headed. That's first. Um, After that, it's a lot of what Scorpio said. It then applies to me being understanding all those things that she said are going to arise. That's the oil change, that's the flat tire, that's the car needing gas, that's the tune up, whatever it may be that the vehicle needs. She cannot see over here as far as the tire pressure going low, the gas mileage going down, the engine light coming on. That's for me. That's in my line of sight. She's watching the road. She's making sure we're getting where we're going. She has her eye on the map. So I have to be aware of the traffic jams that are coming up. I have to make sure that I'm navigating these well. I got to make sure that she feels safe. That's what a lot of people don't. I don't think a lot of leaders get. While she's in this car on this journey, she should still feel safe on the ride, right? Especially if it's a long journey. This is not somewhere we're going to get to quickly. Then I need to make sure that she's comfortable on that passenger side. I need to be understanding as a leader, just like with the Department of Transportation. It's a federal law that you cannot drive for more than 14 hours in a day. So I need to be understanding that as a leader, when I've reached my limit, when I've driven as far as I can drive, I may have to say, hey, babe, I need you to drive for a minute and I'll guide us as far as I can. So it's as a man being understanding to the thought process that I need to give her clear vision. I need to make her comfortable on this ride. I need to be attention to detail is key when it comes to making sure that the maintenance of the vehicle stays intact, because I can't have her on the side of the road when all she chose to do was to guide me because she saw me heading somewhere and she wanted to make it to that destination with me, right? So maintenance, I need to make sure is maintained. It's kind of weird to say. And ultimately, again, when I have reached my limits, being understanding as a leader that I may need to take a step down and allow myself to receive some help so we ultimately get to the goal. Because if I fall asleep at the wheel, if I run us off the road, then I've jeopardized both of our lives. And at that point, what type of leader really am I?